Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Since YouTube, this is Pastor Dow. I've got a few things I need to cover here this morning. I really, truly am making this video to veterans and people who are still in service today. Listen to me real close. Most of you, pretty much know somewhat of my background in the military. I spent like 5.5 years in 82nd Airborne Division, went overseas for a few years, came back, and then spent the next 4 years, 3 or 4 years, something like that, in Op 4 at JRTC. So that means while in the military, the majority of my buddies were U.S. Army Airborne, Rangers, and Special Forces. That's all we saw continually on a daily basis, and we trained hard as hell. We really truly did. And I spent so much time out in the bush training with the boys, so to speak. But the Army that we're seeing today is very disheartening, especially when I see the stories about, I think it's an E7 or E8 Special Forces sergeant that the Army is now touting to get rid of because he defended the honor of a mother whose son is being raped by Afghan officials. And of course the Army is downsized, and now they want to make an example out of this decorated soldier, a soldier that most of you would never even really truly understand what type of special quality of men these people are. When Barack Hussein Obama and them so-called allegedly got Osama Bin Laden, and then all of a sudden we see a SEAL team shot down, or let's say not shot down, but a SEAL team, all of a sudden all of them get destroyed in a helicopter alleged accident. For those of us who have been in for a while, and those of us who understand how things work, stuff like that don't usually happen. It just don't happen. And it's very disheartening what I see from a distance and what I'm hearing from veterans who constantly stay in contact with me. The majority of people that stay in contact with me are, again, Special Forces, Rangers, U.S. Army Airborne, a few Marines. But I definitely do not like what I see going on. And most of the Special Forces type, special skilled people in the military are not as well informed as we are, those of us who have been in it, and now we're on the outside looking in. Just the other day, I saw an article where 1/3 of Americans will literally support a military coup against the government. And I still say that's very low numbers, because the majority of the people in America are very deceived concerning their government. We as a people supposed to believe in limited government and small government, but it keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and keeps getting huge. And I'm sure that the majority of these honorable men that are serving in there, that they believe with all their heart that they're doing right for their country. I mean, these people out on the front lines, you people in America, you simply just don't get it. You really truly don't get it, the type of training that these men have to go through, the ones who wear those berets. You have no idea. They definitely don't get paid enough considering what they do. And every time you turn around, you see a lot of us dying unjustly. Now, I mean, they're warriors. That's all there is to it. They're literal warriors, and they're not afraid of combat in any way, shape, fashion, or form, be it foreign or domestic. And I'm not trying to tout us out as some Billy Bad Butts or nothing like that, but I tell you what, you run up against someone who is either wearing a beret or has worn a beret before, you better bring your A game. And you better bring everything you've got concerning them, because these men are wired totally different than the common civilian the common police officer, the common CIA officer or agent, or the common FBI. They're wired totally different. Those in Delta, Special Forces, the 82nd Airborne Division, Rangers, SEALs, Force Recon. Are you talking about people of a total different breed of a human being? What's disturbing to me more than anything is how deceived yet and still my brothers in arms are concerning their country. And of course, I'm sure they're feeling the hands of the homosexual agenda forcing compliance upon them. And I'm sure that they're sharing the same sentiments, because now we've got a Special Forces sergeant who is now facing discharge from the military for defending an honor of a mother who was literally crying because some Afghani official decided he was going to rape her 12-year-old boy, and there's nothing wrong with it. And you think about Barack Hussein Obama and this administration and this country and the Supreme Court passing the gay agenda. They don't see anything wrong with this. They don't see anything wrong with NIMLA, North American Man-Boy Love Association. So people like us, we are wired. We're wired off a total different sort. And it's not going to be removed from us. And now we have gag orders put up on us. I just received an article the other day from a sister that works in an office environment that told her, as well as the rest of her colleagues, that they better not even look in a slanted way towards someone who is in the lesbian, gay, homosexual, bisexual lifestyle. You better not even say nothing the wrong way. You better not even create an environment to where you even look the wrong way. And where are they getting all this backing? And where are they getting all this power from that now people are so fearful that they're putting a gag order on it? And then you go from that to Kim Davis, to where the people who are heterosexual, your rights don't matter. None of it does. It's just a sick situation. And now, just the other day, myself and the elders, after atonement, we were sitting here looking at a particular email that was sent to Elder Rufus, and he was showing me a woman, a school teacher. Now watch this. I'm going to go ahead and put this in there. Who had her head bobbed off, looked like a man, cut shorter than a man, wearing tight, skinny jeans and stuff. You know what she's doing? She is in a junior high classroom. I thought about posting these pictures up on this video, but I'm going to preserve the eyesight and the minds. But she has a dildo strapped on to her, up on the table, in front of junior high students, allegedly giving sex education classes and showing many different positions. And we call this normal here in America. Well, guess what? I guess there's nothing, no more. There is nothing that is considered irregular. Hey, everything is moral now. Hey, there's nothing off the chain now. So don't you people come over here and get in my face about the biblical lifestyle of polygyny, because you ain't gonna get nowhere with me anyway. You're not gonna get anywhere because it's just the truth, and all you've got is your opinion, and you can't do nothing against it, period. And nothing will be done against it, because whether you like it or not, you people getting ready to acquiesce. Because this Cody Brown and his family, they're getting ready to go to Supreme Court. And guess what? I told you all that the gay, lesbian, homosexual, transgender, bisexual agenda is going to set the agenda for the rest of the country. And polygyny will be, or polygamy will be, the law of the land. Then what are you going to do? What are you going to do then? What in the world are you going to do then? See, it's all about who do you fear. But back to the scope of this video. My brothers in arms, those of you who wear the maroon beret, those of you who wear the tan beret, Rangers, the maroon beret, U.S. Army Airborne, those of you who wear the green beret, those of you in Delta, Navy SEALs, Force Recon, it's time for all of you to make a decision and understand you're not fighting for this country. You're fighting for the corporations and the powers that be and their agenda. You are not defending this country for any enemies in foreign lands. You're defending this country, or you're defending the best interests of the corporations to amass resources for the Roman Empire, the United States of America. And I know that many of you are patriotic, and most of you think that you're doing this for the country. Take my word for it. Once you get out of the military and you see how thankless this civilian population is in this country, and how discriminatory they are towards you, and how racist they are towards your service to this country and stuff, it all but makes you want to damn throw up. It literally does. They have no respect and no honor for you at all. You know, I often said, you see, I live in a redneck town. You can go back and look at my videos. It's just obvious. And you have to understand, when I was a staff sergeant I'm under the same illusion that you are, that we're doing something for the best interests of this country, that we're defending this country from all enemies, foreign and domestic, but all our enemies are domestic. Every single one of them are. And I get home, and next thing you know, I live in a town, in a place where they don't never call me nigger to my face. They call me nigger behind the scenes, and you ought to see the way that the attitude they have towards me. Now, it has no bearing on me, and it's a good thing that I'm intelligent enough to know that it's not the sentiment of some of the people in this land. But I tell you what, it's time for all of my brothers in arms that are in the special forces. It's time to find another occupation. It's time for you to get out. It's time for you to get out, because they're misusing you and abusing you, and when they get through with you, they're going to kill you. And that's all there is to it. They're going to kill you because dead men don't talk. And all the rest of these generals, all the rest of these brass up there that are with the Obama administration is doing nothing but capitulating and acquiescing to it, because they still get a song and a dance and a paycheck. They're sold out to the powers that be. That's just the bottom line. Somebody got to speak truth to power. Somebody got to have enough balls to say it. We're not fighting for the United States of America. We're not fighting for the best interests of this country. We've been lied to. And when I see my brothers in arms, yes, damn right, I get angry and I get upset, because I know what they had to go through in the training. I know what they had to actually endure to get to the point where they had to be the best that they can be in the whole entire world. Believe me, I know. But it's sickening, literally to my stomach, to sit up there and see that America is a communist country. It's a fascist, socialist, sick dictatorship. And it's just disheartening, literally. And how many people going to get on here and say it? Not many. But our Pastor Dollar said, I think that you all need to start, instead of waiting for them to kill you or to discharge you, I think you need to go ahead and get out. And I don't think any of you should ever even seek trying to get into any special forces anymore. Any of them. None. And I'm talking to everybody who's considering it in the military, and those who are in the military that are already in it. It's time for you to get out. It really, truly is. Because this country has no respect for you. All this dang bull crap, thank you for your service to our country, that ain't nothing but a damn Fox News, something to stroke your ego, if you have one, any left. And that's all it is, just words, because they really truly don't mean it. Because all the people that say it, that pretty much say it, are the people who send their children to college and get deferments, like Clinton, get deferments, like a lot of these people who want to play chicken hawks. You know what I mean? When they had a chance to go to war, when they had a chance to join the military, they skip country. They go into the college, and they get an education and stuff, and then later on they come back 30, 40 years later as hawks, as if they're some type of patriotic people and they really truly care about the best interests of this country. But when they had the time to put their ass on the line, they took off and ran. Bunch of damn chicken hawks. That's what it is. And yeah, am I upset? Yeah, I am, because I see what's going on. Brothers, get out. Get out and save yourself, and only think about you and your family, because this country don't care nothing about you. And that's the truth, and that's the true straight way. And when you get out, you be very careful of your surroundings. Don't you think for 1 minute that whatever township you move into, because the majority of us are not going to live in the cities anyway, and definitely don't get on a SWAT team. You know, I thought about doing that. My wife is the one who swayed me from getting on the SWAT team in Tennessee. Is that right, Sister Carol?
Yes, sir.
she actually swayed me from doing that. And I actually thank the Father for it, because she had a voice of reason. But definitely don't join up with the police officers. Don't get out the military and then join up for one communist regime to end up with another one that's going to tout itself against the American people. When you get into a township, a country, or wherever it may be, you be very careful of your surroundings, because these people, they hate you. The government has got these people's minds wired to spy on you for no reason at all. You are enemies of the state. That's the reason why they're after your guns. That's the reason why they want to continually keep calling all of us a bunch of war psychopaths. And we're unstable in our minds and stuff, but they damn so needed us to defend the best interests of the corporation, though, didn't they? They damn so needed us to be cannon fodder or to have bullets winging by our head, didn't they? My advice to all of you is forget about this proud to be American crap, patriotic stuff, because this country that you and I grew up to believe that exists, it doesn't exist. It literally doesn't exist. You can take that for somebody who's been out of the military for about 24 years. And believe you me, I have both sides of the fence pretty much down pat. Now that's just Pastor Dollar's advice. You can take it, leave it, do what you want to do. But don't continue to be used and abused by this wicked country who don't give two damn dead flies about you or your family. Because these are murderers. These are assassins. And when they're finished using you, they will come after you and they will kill you. And you ever heard of training accidents, right? You know, it's just an accident. That's exactly the way it's going to end. Oh, they'll be glad to drape a flag over you and give you taps and a 21 gun salute and everything while your dead body goes down in the grave. And you're playing on the hearts of the people in this country who don't even know any better. But it's time for us to stop dying for a country that simply just does not exist.